Ladies and gentlemen, Krusty the Clown was arrested today for massive tax fraud. First, his years of tax evasion would never have... Avoidance, it's a crime, look it up. Would never have... Evasion. I don't say evasion, I say avoidance.
So, you've been working day and night with your startup. Just proceeding, taking decisions, moving forward. I mean, the plans are big. But there is something lurking in the background.
Okay.
Could it be tax evasions? We don't know. And that's why it's really important to listen to this episode, because we're going to talk about this very important thing.
We are.
That you might just don't think about when you're having a business, or maybe don't have time to think about, because we all know how it is. Forward is the only way.
Yeah, in startups, you move fast, you want to be efficient, you want to be smart.
Yes.
And you lack cash.
Yeah.
You lack cash.
So,
right?
I mean, that's all you're thinking about.
Yeah, that's all you're thinking about. But we're going to bring you to earth about tax evasion, because that's actually a crime.
Oh. That's why it's so important to like, subscribe.
To know more about it.
To know more about this, because it will save you.
Yeah, because there is a difference between tax evasion and tax avoidance. Tax evasion, we're talking a crime, not okay. Tax avoidance, we're talking about smart planning, knowing what you're doing in order to lower your taxes. Because smart tax planning is completely legal, completely fine. So just know what you're doing and where the line is drawn.
Yes. So to start with tax evasion, what is it?
Okay, so that's the illegal. It can be, you take some kind of action or report incorrectly with the intent to not pay taxes as you should. So quite a simple crime, really.
Yeah. It's on purpose.
But it can have many expressions. It can be underreporting revenue, underreporting income, or inflating values in order to press down your profit, etc. It can be using shell companies in other jurisdictions. So it's not really transparent what you have and what you hold, etc. And it can be forging documents.
Yeah, which we have an episode about.
Yeah. So we can go for an example that's very common in the startup world. That is that you cannot afford to pay salary. So you pay in equity or in some other kind of asset. And you don't want to pay income tax because that's a form of salary often.
Yeah.
Could be at least. So if you hide that, that could be seen as tax evasion in worst case.
Not good.
Not good at all. And another risk would be if now we're so global. So you might think that if you have an employee stock option program in the US, that all of the employees will be taxed, say, on the issuance of the warrants or on the converting to stocks or on only when you sell the shares and make capital gains, right? But then you have an employee in India, you have one in Sweden, and you have one in France and one in the UK. And they might have different tax rules. So you need to make sure that both you and your employee reports correctly and pays the taxes due in their country if that's where they're going to be taxed. And it can be completely different. I work a lot with employee stock option programs, and trust me, the rules are not the same. The tax rules will differ.
And that's why it's so good to know about this.
And doing a mistake, and in particular if you actually let the tax authorities know it, that should not be tax evasion, but it can still lead to you getting some kind of penalty. But if they claim that you did it intentionally, then you might be seen as tax evasion.
And that is going to be bad.
That's going to be really bad. So do be mindful of it. Make sure to take proper legal advice and in particular tax advice. Make sure you're reporting correctly. It's not worth it.
No, it's not.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
And we all know about getting some cash in hand, right?
Yep.
So easy.
But it's not legal. The consequences will be bigger.
You can't claim that you did not know that you have to tax on income just because it was paid in cash in the envelope.
No.
Well, you can try, but I wouldn't.
Well, you said there's two things certain in life, death and taxes. You heard that from the business lawyer.
Two things certain in life, death and taxes.
Yes. So that was tax evasion.
Yep.
Be mindful to, report everything correctly and depending where you are in the world.
Indeed.
Simple as that, but
Yeah.
it's not.
We fully respect that you're out of cash, out of pocket, but tax is tax. You need to adhere to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't get away
Sorry
from
about
it. And that's, so good. Thank you for clearing that out. We have our business lawyer here explaining, really good things that you need to know when you're having a startup or business overall. And this episode is powered by Gold Venture Investments. We are so pleased about
We
that.
are.
That's it for today. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section. We will answer them or maybe take them up in an episode.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. So rock on and see you until next time.
Hej då!
Hej då!